So, good morning students. In the continuation of your class 9 science, last day we discussed about the type of diseases. Okay, in that part we are discussing about the different types of diseases. So, let us summarize, let us revise what we had discussed so far. So, diseases, as we know, that it is a state of mind when we are not physically, mentally or socially fit. Then one of the causes can be of, that is, we are suffering from a particular disease. Okay, so diseases can be classified on two basic modes. One is, that is on the basis of their mode of spread. Okay, suppose spread means कि कैसे वो फैलते हैं, means how they are going to spread from one person to another person, from one place to another place. So this is one of the method to classify them, that is on the basis of their spread. And second is, that is the duration of the disease, means how long the disease can stay to a particular place or particular individual. Okay, so these are the two methods of this classifying a disease, that is on the basis of this spread and duration of the disease. On the basis of this spread, basically it can be classified into two types, that is the first is infectious disease or communicable disease. Infectious or communicable diseases means these are the diseases that can be transmitted from one infected person to another healthy person. Suppose I am suffering from a particular disease and I am going to infect a healthy person, so this disease can be classified under the category of this infectious disease. Like this present scenario, this COVID, it is a very highly infectious disease and it can be transmitted from one infected person to number of healthy persons. So it is very highly infectious. Apart from that, tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, different bacterial, other bacterial disease like tetanus, rabies, these are all the different types of infectious disease. Okay. Now, second is, that is non-infectious or non-communicable diseases. Non-infectious diseases are the diseases that cannot be transmitted from an infected person to a healthy person. Okay, suppose I am infected from a non-infectious disease, like I am having high blood pressure. So I cannot transmit this disease from myself to any other healthy person. So this disease can be classified under non-infectious or non-communicable disease. Okay, so this is the two different types of diseases on the basis on the mode of their spread. That is infectious. If I am going to infect a healthy person, then it is called this infectious disease, and if it is not going to infect a healthy person, so it is called non-infectious or non-communicable disease. Communicable diseases, they are the different examples: tuberculosis, COVID, typhoid, malaria. These are the different types of infectious diseases. And these infectious diseases, in the last video we discussed their mode of transmission, how they can be transmitted. The one very important and very common mode of transmission is by air. They can be transmitted through air. This is, suppose this is COVID, a person is suffering from this COVID disease. So if it sneeze or cough, so what happens? It can spread these virus into the air. While coughing, while sneezing, I am going to spread this virus into the air. And if a healthy person, if or she breathe in this infected air that is having the virus, so this viral will reach into the body of a healthy person, and this person will also be infected with the particular disease like COVID ho gaya, then tuberculosis. These are very highly communicable infectious diseases that can be spread through air. Second mode of transmission is, that is by water. By water. These are the mode of transmission. Water. By water, these infectious diseases can also be transmitted. Suppose the people defecate in open, or any other mode of suppose any germs that reaches in a particular fresh water body or fresh water that we are going to consume, that is we are going to drink. So this disease that is present, this pathogen that is present in this water, if it is going to enter in our body, so we will get infected from this particular disease. So this is, water is also a mode of transmission of diseases like typhoid, cholera, these are dysentery, these are the diseases that can be transmitted by water. Third can be by food. If we are going to consume any contaminated food that is having any type of pathogen, or if we are going to consume any rancid food that is containing any type of pathogen, so this infected food can cause the harm or can cause the disease in our body, like cholera or food poisoning. These are the diseases that can be transmitted through food. Next and very important mode of transmission is by touch. Touch, like COVID. Since this pathogen can be present in our any living or non-living surface, suppose this pathogen is present in our hand, in my hand, and I am going to come into the close contact of any other healthy person if with my hand, then this person will also get the pathogen and it will also reach in its body and it is going to enter in its body. Like different fungal diseases like ringworm. If I am infected with this particular disease with the ringworm and I am going to come into the contact of any healthy person, then this healthy person will also be infected with the particular disease. So these diseases are caused by touch and these are also known as contagious diseases. Contagious diseases means the diseases that can be spread by touch. This is called this contagious diseases. Another mode of transmission, it is by vector. By vector. Now the question is, what are vectors? The vectors are the animals or any insect like houseflies, mosquito, a dog, a pig. These are the examples of these vectors. So vectors are what? Vectors are the insects or animals that carry a pathogen of a particular disease. That carry a pathogen of a particular disease are called as vectors. So these vectors can transmit a number of diseases like malaria, dengue, chikungunya, swine flu, then hepatitis, encephalitis. All these are the diseases that can be transmitted through vector. Out of these, common are malaria, dengue and rabies. It is rabies is caused by the biting of dogs. So it is very common disease caused by vector, caused by virus, but this virus is present inside the body of this vector like dog. So when a dog bites, then the person get infected from this disease that is called rabies. So these animals or insects that are responsible for the transmission of a particular disease are called as vectors. Okay. So these are the different examples of vectors. So this is all about this infectious diseases and their mode of transmission and their some examples. Now we will come on this non-communicable diseases. So non-communicable diseases are the diseases that are not infected, that are not spread by an infected person to a healthy person. Like it can be further classified into various other types, like non-proper functioning of any organ. Like my heart is not working proper, then I will get disease that is heart disease, and this heart disease I cannot transmit to any healthy person. That can be either genetical or any other improper lifestyle. So this type of diseases caused by this improper functioning of the organs like heart disease, diabetes, any kidney problem, stone problem. So all these are the different types of non-communicable disease that are caused by the non-functioning of particular organ. Then hormonal disorders. Hormones are the chemicals that are secreted in our body and that control the different activities in our body like growth or any other activities. So if these hormones are not secreted in a proper amount, then it can cause the different problems in our body. Like there are different glands endocrine glands that are responsible for the secretion of hormones. If these glands are not working properly, means they are not going to secrete the hormones in the proper amount, so this type of disease will be hormonal disorder. Like dwarfism, if the growth hormone that is secreted by pituitary gland, if it is not secreted in proper amount, then the growth of the particular person is not going to take place in a proper way, and his or her height will not increase, and this person will suffer from the problem caused by dwarfism. Thyroxine, hormones secreted by thyroid gland. If it is not going to secrete in proper amount, then the person gets suffer from the disease caused by the thyroxine hormone, lack of thyroxine hormone, like cretinism or myxedema. Then one more gland is, that is different other glands like this pancreas. It is also endocrine gland that secrete the hormone that is insulin. If it is not going to secrete this insulin in proper amount, then the person suffer from a disease that is called diabetes. Okay, so this is the hormonal disorder. Then deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases are the diseases that are caused by the deficiency of any particular minerals in our food. Like if we are not going to have this proper amount of protein, fat, vitamins, minerals or any other nutrient in our food, then we will suffer from this deficiency disease. Means it will be caused by the improper amount of nutrients. Improper amount of nutrients. Improper amount of nutrients means lack of these things like different types of proteins, vitamins, minerals. So these are the deficiency diseases. And last is, that is the cancer. It is very harmful or very dangerous disease, we can say, that is caused by the improper cell division. So these are the non-communicable diseases that can be caused by that is classified under the non-infectious or non-communicable diseases, and their different examples that we have discussed and their mode of transmission we discussed. So students, in that part that you have to remember about the which disease is classified into which category, either it is infectious or non-infectious, or we have to learn the different examples of this infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. Suppose it is asked, name some diseases caused by air, so that you have to write from there. So you have to learn the type of diseases, their mode of transmission and their causative agent, either it is caused by bacteria, virus, protozoan or any other type of pathogen. Okay students, so revise this chapter properly, this topic. Next class we will discuss another classification, that is the diseases caused by on the basis of their duration, that is acute and chronic diseases. Okay, thank you.